How we doing?
We back.
With audio. All right, welcome back to another fantasy edition of Hot Route. I'm struggling right now. Just getting all the settings right before this. Just a lot of things to remember when you're doing a podcast, especially when it comes to audio and video and all that.
Yeah.
But we're here. We're live.
It'll become second nature.
How you doing?
We're tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I could tell you why from me.
I have no excuse to be tired.
We were up late. I'll let you get into that, but we were up late. I woke up with our little one, not his and mine, but
I was about to clarify that.
my wife and I, and we kind of have a little schedule on the weekends where I get to sleep in Saturdays and she gets to sleep in Sundays. But I'm an idiot and stayed up till
I was thinking about that
2:30 last night. So I got about, I don't know, 4.
I was like, isn't it his day tomorrow morning?
4
Like,
hours.
what's this guy doing?
But no, I think didn't I go back to sleep? Oh no, I slept with Ari on the couch. I've never done that.
I was gonna say I must have been up here.
Yeah, you were out. Elena stayed in the room pretty late. Not super late, but by the time I opened my eyes, Ari just had a deck of cards all over the floor, and I'm just like, dude, how long was I out for?
Yeah, we had some friends over last night. Me and a couple buddies from our league went to dinner, and we actually recorded with them last night. Got some trivia games in, so we're
super fun.
Yeah, it was fun. So we're gonna be posting that this week at some point.
Apologies in advance,
probably after this video.
You won't hear me that well.
Yeah, we're still we're rookies, still trying to figure out all the audio, especially with multiple different guests. That was our first time doing that, but it was fun, and we kind of previewed our trip a little bit. Obviously, all 3 of them will be with us, and we'll be going to Tahoe next week.
Lake Tahoe.
So that happened last night, but we're back with another fantasy show. We're doing a mock draft today. So we already had one. What was that last week? We did that? Yeah. So we're doing a Superflex today. So Superflex, we've mentioned multiple times on this podcast that we play in the Superflex league.
Yep, that's our settings.
Yeah, our main league.
Draft season's here, man. We got to get to it. I mean, we're 5 days away from leaving.
Yeah. We just want to see, once again, where people are going. There's probably been I haven't done a mock draft since our last one, and with all the preseason games, I'm sure a lot of things has changed.
Those middle rounds, not so much really obviously the first couple rounds.
Right.
I mean, it'll be different from our first mock. If you watched our first mock, obviously we only did a 1 quarterback. So it'll probably look a little different, especially like our strategies. Because in our main league, we got keepers, and most of the keepers are quarterbacks. So we're going to have everyone available to us.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Another thing, got some new subs on the channel. So thank you to everyone who's been subbing. We've got multiple trivia videos out. We have multiple fantasy videos, and we've been posting some shorts too that involve some.
Yeah, our shorts are hidden.
Yeah, involve some trivia as well. So thank you to everyone who's been watching and subscribing. And we're just getting started. Season hasn't even started yet. So we haven't even began. That's when the fun starts.
Yeah. Yeah, because then it's like we're doing what needs to be said. Like right now, we're just kind of thinking of things to get us to the season.
A lot of reactions to come to everything the fantasy season has. So we got some news here. Just kind of the biggest things over the last few days. The preseason games happened, so we have some notes there and some injuries. So we'll start with Devon Achane. Apparently, he has a soft tissue injury.
Tissue issue.
I think this happened in practice because he didn't play in the game. Mike McDaniel said he'll be out between days and weeks. Yikes. But is optimistic for his week 1.
Yeah, it's weird to throw in weeks when the season is weeks away.
3 weeks away. Yeah. So
2 weeks.
Little scary. And then Jalen Wright played most of the game today. So if anything were to happen to Achane, Mostert's gone now. He's on the Raiders.
Sounds like it's right. And they haven't. I don't think they've made at least they haven't made like a significant move since the Alexander Madison injury. As far as like bringing in one of those like Latavius Murray type beat guys.
Right. Because remember last year, Mostert, it was basically Achane and Mostert, even though they had Wright. I think they had someone else too I can't remember, but
they had Uncle Jeff Wilson.
There you go. So if Achane goes down, Jalen Wright might be the next guy to step up.
Yeah, I mean, he had hype last year. in our league, I did a trade with one of our league mates.
Mhm.
I believe I traded
Oh, you did. Was that Jameson Williams?
Jameson Williams. Yeah, no, I traded Jalen
Yeah,
Wright.
you got Jameson Williams.
Because I think
was
Mostert was
early,
hurt.
right?
Mostert was hurt, and I think it was just people weren't buying in on the
Speculation.
HN volume hype, and so Wright was getting a bunch of hype from the preseason. I think he played quite a bit, and then just they never. I think Jalen Wright might have started later in the season because the Dolphins were banged up all year. Like Wilson was out. So they ended up bringing in Wilson. I don't think he was there to start the year, but Wilson was out. Mostert was out. Jalen Wright might have started or at least shared it with Mostert the week that Achane missed because he only missed that one game.
Yeah. No,
But
he was pretty much irrelevant, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some of the monitor there. Travis Hunter misses the second game of the preseason. So I don't really think he's going to be a big fantasy guy.
You're hearing people, he can't play both sides of the ball. Anytime this dude gets a bruise, they're going to
bring that up.
They're going to bring that up.
I'm not really excited to draft him in redraft. I don't know about you.
Not redraft, but I mean, he's still probably the leading candidate for me in our dynasty just because.
With the second pick?
Yeah, just, I don't know, what could be. He's playmaker.
Yep.
And I don't know, I'm kind of thinking eventually you would think that maybe he just decides, or the team decides on one side of the ball and it's offense.
I mean, eventually. I think that's kind of inevitable.
I mean, a wide receiver 2.
They're going to try.
Compared to, I don't know if he's a second cornerback, but
I don't know if he's probably not their top guy.
Yeah, so
I think on the depth chart,
you would think eventually that he's going to be needed more as the. But I don't know. They have guys. They have Parker Washington. He was there last year. He scored in the preseason game, but
yeah, not a lot.
Yeah, I'm not in redraft. Yeah, not really exciting.
Malik Neighbors has a back issue, so
yeah, I think we thought this whole time it was the toe.
It might have been. I think it was.
Yeah,
and then I think this is a new injury,
and then this just popped up, and I mean, you would think at this point, I'm pretty sure he hasn't practiced in like 2 weeks.
He got hurt a few times last year too.
So I would just guess at this point they're just going to say,
sit until the first game.
Just get ready.
Right.
Maybe he has like a week of week 1 he practices or something like limited, but it's no shot he goes out there in their final game.
Quentin Johnston with a concussion. Nothing super relevant there, but just trying to go over all the injuries.
Yeah.
Maybe some Keenan Allen.
They brought in Keenan.
Yep.
I'm like kind of sneaky.
You like Keenan?
You
have liked Keenan in the past.
I had him to end my year last year in redraft. It's because I had Caleb and my team was out of it, so I just needed bodies. He was actually not bad though.
He had a couple 2 touchdown games.
He had flex.
He had 100 catches, right? Or 100 targets.
He had like 100 and 30 targets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's got flex. What am I trying to say? Like
potential?
Yeah, a wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
Also have him in our dynasty league, and I've had him, and I was like, should I just drop this dude? He's a free agent. But now, I mean, he's probably the wide receiver 2 behind Ladd. So, and I mean, he was sick with Herbert the last time he played with him. So there's got to be, So it'll be interesting.
I'd agree with that. Our boy Terry McLaurin is off the pup, so still no contract, but he's healthy.
Allegedly. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be something for him to be willing to. Sounds like he wants to be back out there with the guys, so there's got to be something in talk, like they're going to get it done,
right?
Which should have been done a while ago, but
right. Kind of the same feel as Cook, I guess. That it'll just get done at some point. The Texans traded John Mechie to the Eagles for Harrison Bryant, and amongst a couple other things,
like a pick swap.
Yeah. So this one, I mean, besides Nico Collins, there really isn't anything solidified there. They have Christian Kirk, but he missed most of last year and could be.
Mechie played.
He was out there.
Wasn't Mechie the guy that,
but not doing anything,
broke Tank's leg?
Oh,
on the catch in the back of the end zone. I think it was Mechie.
Shit, I don't remember that. I remember the play. I don't remember who else was there.
I think it was Mechie.
Well, he wasn't catching any balls. Ashton Genty played his second preseason game against our Niners. Got absolutely rocked by, I don't know who it was.
It was a linebacker. He got rocked, but he ate it. Like he
went to the blue medical tent.
Yeah, he stood up. I meant like he didn't fall over, but he for sure got hit. Like he went back, kind of went down, and then he instantly like sideline. He told the sideline like, "Come get me" or something, sub me out, and then like then I don't know if it was after the commercial break, but they showed the blue tent up, and they're like, "Ashton Genty's in there," and I was like, "Oh, he might not come back for the game just for precautionary issues." Comes back next drive, then he truck sticks a Niner.
Lenore.
Yeah, one of the Niners' best corners.
Scored too.
Not saying much.
Yeah.
But then he scored, and definitely exciting.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still kind of feel the same way about him going to the season. When I was out with dinner with the boys last night, we were about to do I don't know why we didn't talk about that last night, but we were going to do a train bet against me, like a board bet. And I said Ashton Genty wouldn't be a top 10 running back. And they were all going to like do it against me. I don't know, man. It's just,
I think that's like right where he's
we both had him at 10
ranked. Yeah.
But,
well, no, I think he's like ranked, or his ADP is like there.
Okay. Yeah, he's around there, the end of the 10, like RB10 or whatever. I don't know. I just don't, like, you talk about the uncertainty, like Omari and Hampton, I think we're both in. Travion Henderson, who scored, by the way, this
Hampton,
last preseason game.
I've fallen back a little bit. I think I sent you a few things.
Oh, right.
About the offensive coordinator. It's Greg Roman, who was with Harbaugh in their heyday.
What did he say again?
I don't remember exactly what he said. I think he said it's going to be more of a mixture, but also like they showed the historical running back stats for fantasy under Greg Roman. And he didn't have anyone like above. Mm-hmm. I think it was like 18 was the best finish.
So yeah,
he's known for utilizing everyone they got.
It's just the price for Genty. He's already solidified as, this is basically Marvin Harrison from last year. It's just, he's automatically good.
Yeah, I think it's just a risk reward.
Yeah. So I'm much more likely to spend a pick on one of those later rookie running backs and hope for, similar upside as Genty. Obviously he's a better prospect, but I would just rather have a guy I know.
Trevion?
Sure.
Take his value.
Yeah. I mean, I just would rather have a guy I know is going to do something, or I've seen it before in the NFL field with my first round pick. That's really it.
Yeah, for sure. First pick.
And then a few rookies scored. I mentioned Travion Henderson. It's been a lot of exciting clips of him, his speed, and he looks good. Egbuka scored. RJ Harvey scored. I mentioned Genty. The rookies are here.
Yeah. Egbuka had
your boy Tootin.
Yep, Tootin, scooting again. That one is, I'm still like,
you're in.
No, I'm not necessarily in, but I still don't know.
You're on the hype.
I still don't know. Like, I've heard different platforms say like, ETN's value, he's going so late. It's basically just like a free pick. And if he finds the connection again with Lawrence, especially in the passing game, if you play in like PPR, like could he just find his old form? Was he just hurt all last year and that was the issue? And then Bigsby, I think Bigsby's like actual grades as far as a runner is better, but it seems like they got a 3-headed horse there. And Cohen has already said on record that he loves the rookie. So it's just like,
it's a good sign.
I think I'd be surprised if anybody was just like, I want this guy as far as like a Jags.
He's going to
be
free in drafts for the most part. Talk about value. I mean, ETN is going pretty late. I think I took him in our first mock.
Definitely.
He was awful.
More of a dynasty, I think, for Tootin. I think that's a good guy to grab.
But you talk about ETN's been going so late. I think that's kind of the enticing thing.
Yeah.
Is like, even if you miss on him.
I think it's like 12th round or something.
Even if you miss on him, it's just like, who cares?
Yeah.
It's a 12th round pick. Just take the risk. He was RB3 2 years ago. It's not like he just lost all his talent. Maybe new coaching staff, new scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Put some life into that. Breece Hall and Braylon Allen split carries. This Breece thing is like, we were talking with Eric last night, and he was like, I feel like I'm going to end up with Breece Hall, and I like grunted and just in disgust. I feel like that situation, there's just no way that is going to work for him. With just everything I've heard,
just a man child. Young.
Yeah, and he's good. That's the bigger issue.
And they have a third guy, too.
Is Braylon Allen is good.
Was Isaiah Davis?
Isaiah Davis, yeah.
He's hurt, but yeah, I don't know. And all the comments Breece has said.
Exactly. Everything has
I'm not their guy.
Yeah.
He commented on the contracts, I believe, that Kyron and Cook got, and he said they've done more than me. It's like, dude.
Yeah, just weird. Weird stuff. Yeah, I doubt I'll be in on Brees because he's still going fairly high within the first 15 running backs, maybe 20.
I mean, we did the trivia last night. He was still a top 15
Yeah,
running
you just
back.
didn't want to watch any of the games.
No. Well, and he was also taken as a RB1.
That last
gave
year,
you
yeah.
RB2
So he burned
numbers.
you even more. I scrolled right over this one. Ceedar Stroud and Nico Collins played in their preseason game, hooked up for a touchdown. Looked great. We both love Nico. Both love him to be our wide receiver one.
I'm in on Stroud.
Yep, Mattson on Stroud.
Can't get him in our league, but
I'd say Nico is a top 5 receiver. And if you want to take him over BGJ, London, Amon-Ra St. Brown, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, same. I think Nico, he's
him.
Yeah, for sure.
Nick Chubb looks good. So obviously the Joe Mixon situation, there is some reps to be had there. And apparently in camp and in practice, everyone's saying that Nick Chubb looks good. You know, this offense is supposedly going to be hopefully better than last year. And we saw what Mixon was doing last year with this team. So Nick Chubb to at least start the season, maybe the first quarter might be some value if you go like a no RB.
Like weird.
Because what if?
Yeah, what round would you even be?
He's going to go.
But like at what point would you be like, oh, I'll take Chubb? If it's like a 4-week rental?
Yeah, like the 10th or later? I don't know.
And you'd be cool with that.
Especially if you go heavy receivers early and you're looking for like a no RB strat and you're going for David Montgomery and some of these other guys. Mixon can easily be out for a couple weeks or just be banged up, and Chubb can fall into the end zone a couple times.
Yeah, it's just weird because Chubb was, I mean, I think I was the one that picked him in a trivia that we did. And you brought up the point that it's not like he had a Christian McCaffrey type year or Saquon type year, but he was just,
as far as like pure runners or like running backs in the NFL, I think his value has always been better there than it has been in fantasy.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously with that injury he had, he was kind of just left for dead last year, and rightfully so, like coming back from that.
Yeah, he didn't look good. He didn't look like he was ready.
Yeah, I mean, he scored a couple times, but as far as his efficiency, it was not there. But
yeah, he had that one game. I think he scored twice.
I had him. I started him in the snow.
Yeah, it was like
Steelers
30 yards,
two 1-yard touchdowns. I was fucking nibs and I was jumping on the ceiling. Jameis was in that game. It was like one of the first games that Jameis started. I think it was like a Monday night. It was a Thursday night or Monday night game, and I remember
it was national television because Jameis did I think he scored a rushing touchdown where he like dove and like.
I love Jameis.
Yeah,
we need to see. We're gonna see some Jameis this year. And then lastly,
save his guy for last.
We just put this in at the end. I remember watching SportsCenter last night, and the ticker below it said Steichen will name a quarterback starter this week for Indy.
Yeah, like he knows who it is, or he's something like that.
I don't know, man. We said all we've had to say about Richardson so far, and I was talking to one of my friends last night. I mean, it's year 3. I feel like they kind of just need to figure out what he is and either move on or.
Yeah, I
might
feel
as
like
well
if
start him.
I'm the team. Obviously, I'm not a coach. Never will be. I would go with. I don't Richardson, but I don't know.
I think you start with Richardson, and then if it goes to shit, which it will.
Like, do you feel
Daniel
more
Jones would come in
safe
and
with Daniel Jones?
Probably, but I think from running a team standpoint, if you start Daniel Jones, then you're still wondering in the back of your mind, what is Richardson? Like, what is he? You just need to throw him out there. He needs to just stay on the field for 10 weeks.
Confidence?
Yeah, just to see what he is, like for a consistent basis. Because even going back to 2023, I don't think he's ever played like 10 straight games. It's always like 5 games injury, 5 games he wants to sub out, 5 games he gets benched. It's just never, it's not really consistent.
One game he subs himself out.
Yeah, so you never know with that guy. But anyway, we got the mock draft.
You ready?
Yeah, we're set up. I am going to share my screen.
Yeah, it should look very similar or the exact same as last time. We're just doing a Superflex. I did randomize this already, and I got the number 1 pick. So
not rigged.
No.
And then we're also, we mentioned 2 quarterback. So we'll see. I mean, you get to start this.
You ready?
Yeah.
We'll mute that.
Same problem as last time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if does this say on here if it's PPR or half PPR? Because when we changed it to the 2 quarterback, it deselected the half.
Right. Let's just treat it as a half
I think
PPR.
Regardless, it's funny. Look at the rankings if you just filter it to all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Yeah, for context, in our league, like Matt said, we're playing a 10-team league, and I think there are 2 teams that are not keeping a quarterback. So there's 8 teams that basically have a top quarterback: Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, Jaden Daniels, Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts,
Or just like
Jordan
a good
Love,
value. Love and
Brock Purdy,
Stroud
or Drake May. Like, all those top guys are gone. So this is how it's been, excuse me, in our league for the last, I'd say, like 7 years. So Josh Allen and Burrow are always like the hot commodities, and then obviously all the skill position players are there. So this is new for me, obviously new for Matt too, but just to be able to see all the quarterbacks available, I'm sure they're all gonna go early. Obviously, Matt will decide whoever he wants, and then
I think just because I don't like having either the very first pick or the back end of the pick, or even I just hate the long wait in between picks. And because we have 2 quarterbacks here, I think I am going to start it with Allen, simply because I don't want to. I don't know. I just want a good quarterback, and I feel like if I don't take it early, then I'll either have to take it early like I did now, or I have to wait 20-something picks. I'm just like, all right, is one of these quarterbacks going to be there?
The fun thing about having the turn pick, like either 1 or 10 or 12 or how many teams or like teams per league you play in, is you get to just get who you want. I feel like at that point you're not really looking at ADP because, like you said, you're going to wait 20 or 24 picks until your next pick. So it's kind of fun in the sense that I'm just going to scroll down here and get the guy. I'm going to get Garrett Wilson.
But I think it comes with, especially in those middle rounds, you got to reach.
Yeah, reach for sure.
Or you just hope that your guy's still
you can
there.
Be like, 20 picks
later.
He might get back. So
that's why I went Allen. Consensus for me.
Okay, so I'm in the same position here. I feel like I got to take a quarterback because we've mentioned before the top 5 guys: Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts. I feel like I just got to go with one of those guys here and just see.
Yeah, 2 quarterback league. You want a piece of one of those guys. Pause.
That being said, would be nice to just get Jamar Chase.
Yeah, if this was a 1 quarterback league, that's where I would have went. I feel like that would be.
Although I am scared that if I take Chase, my QB1's going to be like Kyler. So I just scared myself out of doing that. I'm going to go with your boy. See what happens.
And there they go right after the stat.
Well,
I just meant Chase and Burrow.
Oh, right. Wow. Way more position players than I would have thought. So recap the first round: Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson, Lamar Jackson. I took Jaden Daniels, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati stack, Justin Jefferson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon at pick 9. Nice. Amon-Ra St. Brown to wrap up round 1. And then CeeDee Lamb, Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, 2 Raiders in the second round. Was the last time we saw that. Actually, I asked that, and someone said the other day that like Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs were going like 2 years ago. I was like, oh, fair enough.
Yeah, when Jacobs was RB1.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts, Malik Neighbors, Patrick Mahomes, and it's back to me.
Man,
I was just about to say that seems fun.
CD in the
CD.
Seeing him in the second round.
Yeah,
when he was going
Team 10, fun receivers.
But I mean, that's when you got 4 quarterbacks that go in the first. Obviously, I mean,
right.
There's still CMC still there.
I thought you were going to say CMC and you said CD. I was like, yeah, I'm looking at CMC. Like, that looks really fun. So just look at the quarterbacks. The next highest guys, I think Baker Mayfield is our consensus next highest rated. And then you see Bo Nix, Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray.
I believe for me, it went Baker, then Kyler.
Right.
As far as the guys that are left.
So definitely a tear drop here. Tear drop? Tear break.
Tear break.
I'm just crying in the mock draft. You mentioned CMC. I think that he's just going to be my locked and loaded guy. Puka, Brian Thomas, Nico Collins. We just mentioned Nico Collins. I would love to have him. But maybe I can get one of these receivers on the way back. I feel like that would be pretty ideal, where I think McCaffrey is a tier above, according to us, some of these guys.
After this.
So I'm going to take McCaffrey and see if I can get one of these sick receivers on the way back. And then
Ooh.
Puka and Derrick Henry went right after me, and it's back to you.
Yeah, King was going to
2
be my
picks.
pick there. I mean, I get 2 here, so I was hoping, I don't know, maybe Achane would have been picked over him. But
This is the position that whoever gets the first pick in our league faces right here. Obviously, the players that will be available will be worse, but Josh Allen, I think, has gone, well, he didn't last year, but for the last 3 or 4 years, he's been either the first or second overall pick in our league. And then you end up with this situation where, like we said, it's basically whoever you want. I think you kind of throw ADP out the window. That's just my thought. And you can just get whoever you want.
yeah, I already know I'm going. I think this will be my. This is our second mock on camera, and we did a mock off camera.
Right.
And I think in all 3 I had Nico. Well, I think I had Nico in the other 2.
You definitely had in the one that we posted.
Well, I'm going to have him again.
I like it.
Because, yeah, just I think we already talked about him. We're all in on Nico. And that gives me a chance maybe later in the draft to get that stack with Stroud. I've already talked about that I'm in on Stroud. Putting that out there. You could block me for that if you like. But just at least it leaves the door open where I could at least have that potential stack there.
That sounds fun.
So I'll go Nico with my first one because I picked first. I get 2 picks here, and I'm obviously going to go to the running back well.
Staying balanced.
Yeah.
Even glancing at the quarterback, so you feel like you kind of want to get some
my
skill
quarterback,
guys.
yeah, it's not. It was going to be later.
Okay.
And I think just for the pure...
There's some guys there that we love, obviously.
Yeah, I've been...
See, there's Breece Hall right next to Chase Brown. That doesn't seem right.
You know what's weird? I don't know what it is. You might have even brought this up a little bit. Bucky Irving just doesn't scream like RB1 to me. I don't know why.
Well, he doesn't have the solo job.
I know going into last year, obviously, it was Rachaad White because he was coming off an actually, I think, a pretty good year. Rachaad White was.
The argument against Bucky is new offensive coordinator. Rachaad White and Sean Tucker are still there. There have been quotes out that they've said they want to get Sean Tucker involved.
Yeah, the head coach.
Second year regression, with just workload. He doesn't really catch that many passes. They drafted a first-round wide receiver, so maybe they just want to stick to airing it out a little bit more. He was great, don't get me wrong. But once again, there are some guys here that have more history of success, like Achane, Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Kyron. I'd rather have all those guys over him.
Yeah, I think because of the reception, like you brought up, although it has Bucky slotted for 44 receptions, which is significantly higher than Taylor, who doesn't do that. But yeah, being the receptions and just gadget guy, I'm going to go Achane here.
Love it.
So I got a QB, running back, wide receiver.
Fuck.
I wanted your boys.
I wanted BTJ. No, I like those picks. They're both fun. You're pretty balanced, and you're just going to get, you have Allen, so your quarterback production is pretty good already. So you're pretty balanced.
I think I'm
not
like,
pigeonholing yourself.
I don't, is there any, outside of an injury, right? Not counting an injury, is there any way that Achane's like not in the tier 1 of running backs? What would cause that? The Dolphins just suck.
Tua getting hurt. I think that's the biggest thing. Obviously, Achane getting hurt.
But when
Tua is in, Achane has like a top 3 points per game for running backs. But if he's out, he's obviously nowhere near as good.
I like my team.
I like it too.
So far.
Right after yours went Trey McBride and Brian Thomas. I definitely wanted Brian Thomas because I feel like there's a slight tier break there into him before Drake London, Vlad McConkey, AJ Brown. So
team 2 and team 8 went running back.
That'll be interesting.
And then team 2 went tight end.
Yep. So I'm just going to glance at everything here. I don't think anything's off the table for me here, except tight end. Kittle's there, but 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, 2 receivers. I feel like I just need to stack up those a little bit more. Oh, man. I feel like I'm going to have to talk myself into one of these receivers.
Jacked up Marv is just
Drake
there.
London, Ladd, and AJ Brown.
I think there's a pretty...
Yeah, I like Drake London.
Yeah.
It's honestly between him and AJ Brown for me. The running backs look pretty nice. Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Kyron. I just mentioned all those guys, even Chase Brown. I'd rather have all 4 of those guys over Bucky. But getting CMC, I'm going to treat this as I have CMC, so I'm going to rely on him to be good. And so I'll go Drake London.
Yeah, I think I would have leaned there too.
Just to start off balanced, and we'll see where we go from there.
In our first mock we did, I had that same option. I had BTJ, London. Oh, maybe it wasn't Marv. I remember I had it. Marv was up against somebody, and I leaned Marv.
So
back
after
to you.
Was it
Back to you?
Yeah, after Drake
4
London
straight running backs.
went Bucky, Lad McConkey, AJ Brown, Josh Jacobs, our boy Marv, Bo Nix, Kyron, and then a bunch of running backs. Kyron, Jonathan Taylor, Brees Hall, Gross, Chase Brown, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and George Kittle. So we all
teammate 4 running backs. Thank you.
Everyone that has ever watched a second of this channel knows who I am going to take here. But am I actually going to do it?
You're going to take...
The guy just staring.
Let me scroll way down here. Ray Davis?
So once again, I have a quarterback, I have a running back, I have a receiver, so I feel like I can...
Oh, it's I thought it was Cook. That's why I said Ray Davis.
I can get flexible with whoever I want. Baker's there. It's kind of enticing. Just 2 top-tier quarterbacks and just go from there. Omari and Hampton, who we just talked about, James Cook, love both those guys. Kenneth Walker, love them. So there's 3 running backs I like. I feel like I can maybe get one of those coming back to me. There's even a few receivers I like.
There's a lot.
I'm gonna go Baker because I feel I'm gonna get one of these guys.
2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna get one of these either running backs or receivers coming back to me that I like, and we could just kind of go from there. And then I got 2 top quarterbacks, which I'm happy about. So after me went Sam Laporta. Tight ends are going pretty quickly. And then Omari and Hampton, which we mentioned, team 2. Interesting. 3 running backs and a tight end.
I mean, teammates got 4 running backs. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you, teammate, for screwing this whole draft up. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that takes 8 quarterbacks or 8 tight ends. All right, back to you with your balance team.
Let's see.
Is there any specific position you're looking at? You're at the turn once again, so
just running back, receiver.
Basically get to just take whoever you want.
Yeah, I think I'm dipping in the receiver well.
Mm-hmm.
I took Tyreek as my wide receiver 2 in our first mock. Rashee Rice still.
What's your feel on Rashee Rice? If you were actually put up in the situation to draft him, we actually didn't talk about that in the news. So he is going to play the first 4 games of the season at least because his hearing for his DUI
couldn't get set up before then. Apparently,
it's like the end of September or something. So he's for sure playing the first 4 games, and then it's kind of a wait and see after that. So
no, I mean if he gets 8 games, which I think is like the max I've heard out there.
Right.
So what, you're just going to come back and play him in fantasy playoffs?
I don't know.
First game back.
He's also coming off an ACL injury.
Yeah, too much. I don't even know if it's.
Just wanted to see your feels on him.
Too much baggage for me.
Right.
Although I took Tyreek in the first mock, there's been a lot of just negative. Not only just Tyreek, but
just the Dolphins.
And that I know I took Achane, but I think.
Well, Achane's he's just guaranteed so much work.
The volume is
gross. The situation is.
So I'm gonna hedge my board bet. Damn it, I didn't do him. Thought I did. Thought I had a Garrett Wilson bet on there. But I'm gonna take Gare Bear.
Gare Bear. No.
As my wide receiver 2 there.
Perfect. You got wide receiver 1 value in your 2 spot.
I think even if it's low end wide receiver 2, I got a wide receiver 2. There's a good amount of running backs that I still like. Is it worth waiting? Took Pacheco in our first mock, and he's way down there. I just don't see why he can't, especially produce running back 2 numbers. Pollard is a guy I like.
Especially with some Tajay Spears injury situations right now. Talk about guys who could start off the season hot.
I think
Pollard
I'm
might just come
actually
in and
gonna.
take all 3 downs.
I think I'm gonna double up receivers here and go T Higgins.
Interesting. We haven't really talked about him much. What's your thoughts on him?
Good offense. When he plays, he's good.
Just want a piece. And is your wide receiver 3?
Yeah, he's my wide receiver 3. He'll probably be my flex play every week in this league. I went with Achane as my carry me RB1. But like I said, there's still, as for my running back, to produce running back 2 numbers, I think there's so many guys there that can not only produce running back 2 numbers, but there's still guys that have potential to produce running back 1 numbers.
Right. Yeah,
in my opinion.
This is kind of your trend that you've been going into this season with drafting heavy receivers and then finding some late round running back value.
I think I said it too. I've always been drawn to the receivers. Why? Sure. I don't know.
Yeah, T. Higgins.
Just so many of them.
T. Higgins, he's burned a lot of, talk about burning fantasy players. He's burned a lot of people over the past 3 years, but then again, he helped a lot of people win championships last year with his hot end to the year with Burrow there.
I did think Evans. I thought that would be as my wide receiver 3. I still think he's gonna get touchdowns from Baker. I still think he's gonna be good value.
So it's back to me. I got my quarterbacks figured out, so obviously I don't have to look there. There's some good running backs that I like there in the running back column. Receiver, not so much. There's no one jumping out to me that says I have to take them here. Let's look at the tight ends. Wow, Tyler Warren has jumped up this ADP. Holy
I saw
shit.
that. I actually looked on this last pick. I just kind of clicked on tight ends to look.
Damn.
Because I thought for some reason, I didn't look at the board, but I was like, is Kittle still there? But I saw it was Hawkinson, Kelsey, and then Warren, right?
So he's in the tier with Hawkinson. I mean, it's all separated by
so he leaped
picks.
I mean, he leaped Kraft. He was below
like
Kraft.
5 spots.
Is Andrews still there?
He's above Andrews.
Yeah, he leaped a lot of guys.
That's crazy. A couple good preseason games. We'll do that. Okay, so no quarterback, no tight end. I think I'm going to go to the running back here. And I am going to take one of my boys, James Cook. New contract. He's ready.
I don't think we said that. He said.
So in our one of our video, or what did he say?
Where he said money talks or money. What did he say?
He said I got the contract now.
He said I got the money. Let's ball or something like that.
It's time to play football or something. So I'm in. I love James Cook. I had him last year. I think he's one of the most exciting running backs to watch in the NFL. Just because most times he touches the ball, he can take it all the way to the house, even if he only gets so many opportunities. I think it's fun to have him.
By the way, teammate just took another running back.
Yeah, teammate's trolling. It's okay.
I was gonna ask because he was just drafted. Where you value Mixon? Because he's guaranteed out. Was it 4 games? Pup list.
Right. If he's my RB3, I think that's great. Because then you might be able to find a different flex option to throw in there until he comes back. Because if he's your RB2, then you're kind of relying on him to be in your lineup week in and week out. But if you're team 7 and you got him as your RB3, I don't mind that. So after Cook and Rashee Rice, still seems a little early for me. Kenneth Walker, Chuba Hubbard, Justin Herbert, Alvin Kamara, Travis Hunter. See, that's just insane.
Team 5 also took the Cleveland rookie.
We haven't talked much about him. And then Terry McLaurin to start round 6, Kyler Murray, Travion Henderson's pretty high. I mean, Team 8 is just absolutely selling this draft.
Team 9 got the Kyler Marv stack.
Amazing. That'll be fun. Joe Mixon, DJ Moore. What is this guy's name? Quinshawn Judkins. So this is the guy that had the something domestic related, right?
Yeah,
domestic abuse or something.
I believe,
but it all got dropped, right?
Which is weird because the details, like, we don't need to get into all that because they were not nice. Just the details on it was just insane of the alleged what he did. So It's just, I don't know.
We haven't talked about him much for fantasy. A rookie.
That's the guy, right, that I told you.
PFF had him rated pretty high.
Was he the guy I told you was the only second other freshman in college?
To have 1,500 yards.
He hits like 17 touchdowns and 1,500 yards
and it
for
was-
New Mexico. And then he transferred to a new school. Not showing my knowledge here. Went to a new school, played like one game last year
Basically, he was insane in college.
for his freshman year. Yeah.
Yeah, for a 6th round, I don't know about that. I would have, I'd maybe like.
I mean, he had
That
hype
story
coming into
later?
the season before that.
Mm.
That domestic abuse case came out.
Gotcha. Yeah, as my running back 2, no thank you. So back to me, I got 2 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, and Drake London. So I'm going to check out the receivers here. Nothing amazing. Tight end, no thank you. All right, we're just going to have to suck it up with one of these receivers here. Well, let's check out the running backs. Why not?
Yeah, so just for reference, Judkins played for Ole Miss first 2 years. As a freshman, led the SEC, which is a power conference, in attempts, yards, and touchdowns as a freshman running back. And then he played one more year at Ole Miss and transferred to Ohio State last year. So he actually did play. So I think it might have been another guy I was thinking of that played for New Mexico. It's another rookie.
All right, so I'm looking at the receivers here. There's a few running backs that could potentially get back to me that I'm okay with. But the receivers, I'm looking at Tet, T. McMill, King Tet, T. Mac. We've heard. We don't like that. There's only one T. Mac.
Yeah, T-Mac, I saw that the other day on a Twitter. And I was just like, what? You can't do that.
I'll throw a curveball at you. I'm going to take Devontae Adams. Just hope for some receiver stability there. Maybe some high touchdown upside. And I have an eye on a guy who I want as my wide receiver 3. So after me, CJ Stroud just went, damn, and then Caleb Williams. So now you got Josh Allen, 3 receivers, and Devon Achane. I know you were kind of
Yeah, Stroud was in my queue. So that eliminates my stack.
Where's Terry? Oh, Terry went to.
Yeah, Terry was drafted.
10. Okay.
So I need a running back because I only have one.
There's plenty of guys here that I think you'd like.
Yeah.
It's just which one.
So I've always enjoyed, honestly, in any fantasy sport that we've done, I always buy into the rookie hype, especially with basketball. It's just,
Well, when we mentioned the NFL with rookies coming in, they're definitely making more of an impact over the last several years than they have previously.
and they got a good offensive line. They got Sean Payton, who loves the running backs. I really like Connor and I really like Montgomery. I think those are both safe as you can get RB2s. But I do think I'm going to go for an upside pick here and take the rookie Harvey to pair with Achane.
Okay.
And I could back it up with one of those guys, which is something I might do. I'm looking at receivers. Yeah, McMillan's there. It's still just too high of a...
Wide receiver 4, I mean, at this point, you wouldn't be starting him, though, because you have 3 receivers already.
Yeah, I think I'm going to back up, basically to back up what I said about Harvey in case he's not the guy that I'm hearing from Peyton and other people. I think I'm going to go for another safe pick, and I'm going to go with... Excuse me. I'm actually going to go with Dave over Connor.
Offense,
even though Ben Johnson's gone. And just for the sheer fact that, like, if anything did happen to Gibbs,
either way.
Montgomery's just...
Don't hate it. You didn't even look at the quarterbacks during that?
No, because
once Stroud was gone?
Yeah, once Stroud was gone, there's still guys here that I'm totally fine as my QB2.
Okay, and then after Dave went Purdy, then James Conner, and now it's back to me. There's still some receivers here that I would like. I think I might play the game and hope one of them gets back to me. and then go with Pacheco
Yep.
as my RB3. Oh shit, here we go. Here comes all the receivers. I messed up.
Dak was a guy.
There's still a guy I want. Damn it, there's JMO. He's gone. Okay. A lot of receivers went.
I queued Dak.
Yeah, I definitely wanted Jameson Williams there. So after me went McMillan, then Devonta Smith, Xavier Worthy, DK Metcalf, Dak Prescott, Caleb Johnson, rookie for the Steelers. So that wraps up round 7. And then round 8 went Sutton, Jameson Williams. I think him as like your flex guy is super fun.
Love J-Mo.
Yeah. As just a guy who can catch an 80-yard bomb at any point as your wide receiver 3. I think that's awesome. Zay Flowers, TJ Hawkinson, DeAndre Swift, Drake May. And now it's back to me. I still only got 2 receivers. And now I wish I would have taken a receiver there.
Yeah, I kind of hate that for you.
Because now, well, I could start Pacheco at my flex. But you always like to have depth. These are just guys that I hate. Pickens, Olave, Jalen Waddle.
It scares me that if Stafford is hurt, and that's your wide receiver too,
right,
with Devontae.
Right.
I mean, with Stafford there, I think that's a solid wide receiver too.
Yeah. Oh, man. So I got 6. So once again, looking at the game here, the ADP game, I feel like I can wait. I don't want any of these top receivers, so I'm going to wait.
Tight end? You took Kelsey
I looked at it. I feel like I don't need to do that right now. I have CMC. So then that leads to maybe a little more running back stability would be nice. I think I'm going to go Pollard.
I like Pollard.
As just someone to shore up my depth, and now I have 4 running backs, and I don't even feel bad about taking CMC anymore if I did, which I didn't. So then after him went Eric Jones, Jalen Waddle. Now it's back to you, and you have Josh Allen and 3 each of running backs and receivers. Still no second quarterback.
Yeah, so I don't think we mentioned this in the beginning, because I think we did do it in our first mock, but no defense or kicker here.
Yeah.
So it's the Superflex 2 quarterback league. I am going to take, because I have Josh Allen, I'm going to take a risk pick here.
Ooh. I don't even know what you're about to say.
And I will most definitely be taking a 3rd quarterback later, just in case. But I'm going to go with Fields.
All right. The stack
with Garrett Wilson if he's
Ohio State, the Ohio State University. I like that.
I thought Goff. I don't like Goff.
Yeah, you haven't talked Goff up a lot.
But like seeing his numbers last year, and it's just hard because it's like, all right, how much of that was Ben Johnson? But I mean,
tough schedule.
Yeah, tough schedule. He'd also be my quarterback too. So yeah, I got Fields.
So just the rushing with Fields, and what led you to him versus some of these other guys, like
upside.
Just upside.
Yeah, if he can show any glimpse of that 2023 season, then I just got a top quarterback as my QB2 to go on top of Allen, which is already guaranteed top 2 quarterback. I'm going to go back into the receiver well here. I have Nico as my wide receiver 1, Garrett Wilson, and T. Higgins.
Yeah, your receivers are looking good. So this is just depth at this point.
I really like Addison. I think he's really good. He's only suspended 3 games. I probably wouldn't even play him anyway. But I do think there's upside there.
He's had big games. He has boom potential.
McCarthy's looked good. He targeted him in their first game they played.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that offense at all.
So I think I am going to go Addison here. Pickens is a mystery for me. Rome was too inconsistent for me. Yeah. They got a lot of guys over there too. They got the rookie tight end. They got DJ Moore. They also have Caleb, which I'm not super high on. I don't want Olave, mostly for the obvious reasons. Their team sucks. He's a concussion away from
retiring.
Yeah. Judy's a wide receiver 1, but kind of a Saints situation. Don't even know who their quarterback is. Ridley is kind of enticing because I do think the Titans offense is going to improve. I like the Ricky Golden down there, then Ricky P.
That's who I'm looking at down there.
But I think Addison for me.
Okay. Like you said, you're not going to, whoever you take here, you're not going to play him. So you might as well shoot for something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and
man.
If Garrett Wilson's crap,
which he won't be,
and I got a backup.
Damn, I really wanted Judy. So right after Addison went Pickens, Judy. Back to me. I just keep fumbling the bag at receiver here. I think I'm going to go with Ridley. He's
looked good.
I'm going to take Ridley and hope that Golden makes it all the way back to me. As I patiently await round 9. Olave, gross. Jawan, I didn't even see him. All right, so after me in round 9 went Odunze, Travis Kelce, Jared Goff, Brian Robinson Jr., Jacoby Myers, Mark Andrews to wrap up round 9. Now I just said that, but now I might do something else. Then Jordan Love, round 10, Chris Olave, Evan Ingham, Tyrone Tracy in the 10th. That seems pretty good. I mean, we talk about how gross the Giants are, but
he was good last year.
He was good. So we don't know what that's going to look like with Scadaboo and the snap counts and all that, but shoot, is my RB, if I'm team 7, he's my RB4.
Well,
I'm loving that.
Suspended or pup
True.
as well.
Yeah, you could just throw Tracy in probably as a flex or a flex option, and then if Mixon comes back later, you should be in good shape. And then JJ McCarthy, just mentioned him, and Jawan Jennings. So I did say I wanted Golden, but now
I know where you're going.
The rookie tight end.
Yeah, I had him queued.
Yeah, so I definitely am going to go him. I didn't expect a bunch of tight ends to go right there, I guess.
Me neither.
So actually, I'm going to go that. Damn it.
Yeah, there goes Golden.
So my receivers are ass, but I got the tight end I wanted, which is cool. Late round value at, well, I don't even know if he's a value anymore because the hype that he's getting, he's creeping up draft board. So I went Chris Godwin right after him. Matthew Golden, who we've heard a lot of good things about recently, a lot of wide receiver 1 on the team hype in Green Bay camp. He was a first round pick, so wouldn't shock me. And they don't really have an alpha there at all. And then now it's back to you. So you got 2 quarterbacks, 3 running backs, 4 receivers. So what are you thinking here?
I'm looking. There's 3 guys I'm deciding between because I have 2 picks here. I don't mind the Ricky P pick here because he's going to be the wide receiver 1, 2 with Jawan.
I don't even think it's guaranteed that Jawan's going to be the one. Is that even speculated?
No, it's just that he's been there longer, and I think he's been really good as a wide receiver 3, like in his role.
Yeah.
He run blocks really good. I think I'm going to go.
Any of these tight ends excite you?
That's where I'm leaning. Loveland.
Don't hate it. You've liked Jake Ferguson in the past down there. Is he a guy that you'd be okay with leaving the draft with? If you didn't take a tight end here?
Yeah, I mean, Tucker Kraft's still there. I still think he's good.
Mm-hmm.
I even don't mind Hunter Henry down there.
That's getting a little deep.
I think what I'm actually going to do here, we brought it up. He's going to be my running back 4, but if there's something there that clicks again, I'm going to go ETN.
Sure. Pretty sure I took him
10th round
because I took him in our first mock, and I think I took him earlier than this. So that's a pretty good value.
I'm actually going to go here. You might not like this because you have Baker, but I'm going to go Egbuka. Didn't know if you were eyeing him because
a little bit
the stack, and you've mentioned your receivers weren't great. So I'm going for another upside pick here. Godwin's going to be out. They still have Evans. I have McMillan, who actually, we didn't mention this, but he got hurt too.
Okay.
He left the game. I don't know if it was precautionary reasons, but I know he got hurt. So I'm going to go for the upside pick here in Egbuka.
Love it.
And then I'm basically just punting tight end, and I'll grab whoever's left.
Okay. So after Ibuka went Loveland, Debo.
Loveland was who I would have taken if I went tight end.
Back to me. So I feel like I just got to shore up my receiver depth here. So which one of these guys do I like? I'm going to scroll for a second. Just gets worse.
So, I mean, this dude's not drafted yet, but if he makes it to waivers, like, are you putting in a claim for Brandon Ayuk?
Was it week 6, I think?
So yeah, I think the plan was he's out pup 4 weeks. They're going to bring him back. He's going to practice week 5 and then plan to play with
maybe in my situation, yeah. If I had this team going into the season, if I was you, no, because you have Nico, Garrett, T. Higgins, and Jordan Addison and Ibuka.
Yeah, I was just thinking if he went undrafted.
Yeah, I think if you're in my situation and my receiver core is a little bit weak, yeah, he's definitely someone that I'd be scouring the waiver wire for hopes of a guy. I think I'm gonna go Pearsall. To get some depth there. He's a what if. So I think that's what I'm kind of looking for, shooting for some upside at receiver.
Trevor.
So at the end of round 11, David Njoku, Cam Skadabu, Jalen Warren, Trevor Lawrence, Jaden Reed. He was going a lot higher last year. Cooper Kupp wraps up round 11. And then Jonnu Smith, Stephon Diggs, Dalton Kincaid, Josh Downs, who I actually thought about for a sec, Tucker Kraft, and Najee One-Eyed Harris. So I think I know who I'm already going to take. I'm going to take the rookie from Houston and just shoot. I just took a couple shots there with Pearsall and hopefully a wide receiver 2 for Stroud.
That Mason pick is great in the 12th.
Yeah, so right after Higgins went Charbonnet, Jordan Mason, which we've talked about on a previous episode as one of the better handcuffs for Aaron Jones, just in case he, for whatever reason, breaks down because it's a year older for him and in that offense that we both like, I think. So now it's back to you. Pretty much can do anything at this point. You mentioned you wanted a third quarterback.
Yeah, we'll be getting a quarterback here. I'm just deciding.
Baby Bryce.
There's been some talk. He's super fast. Cowboys rookie running back, Blue.
Jadon Blue.
There's been a lot of talk of him lately. They have Javonte. They brought in Sanders. So that would be like an upside pick that, like, this late in the draft, totally fine with.
Okay.
If I see nothing from him in 3-4 weeks, cool. See ya.
Yeah, whoever you get here can easily be cut. So it's...
I mean, clearly, like, I don't even know if Sanders is on here anywhere. There's also... There's some... No, Miles.
Oh.
Well, because I was going to say, like, literally the Dallas starting running back is still there. Javonte, that just shows you the situation they're in.
Right.
There's a lot of, like, handcuff / could be picks on running backs that I'm looking at. Blue's a guy I just mentioned. Tootin.
Your boy Tootin right next to Tank.
I drafted ETN. Like, I could just go Tootin and hope that I get one of those guys as the starter.
Could take Tootin and Bigsby.
Garendo's there as a handcuff. Ray Davis. But now that Cook's signed, I'm kind of away from
that. It's kind of the same situation.
There's a starter there in Nick Chubb.
Yeah, we just talked about him.
But it's like, am I really going to start him in his first 4 weeks over Montgomery or...
Well, there might be a world where maybe RJ Harvey is just not starting the season with a lot of work and you might need a
I feel like I would just go Montgomery because I have him.
Sure.
And I have 3 receivers that should never really be taken out on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really only going to be playing 2 running backs. Braylon Allen's there. Yeah, a lot of
Jalen Wright
upside picks, I think, on running back. Receiver, let me just glance real quick. I mentioned Ayuk, but I don't. Luther Burden, the rookie on Chicago's there. Yeah, not really feeling any of these guys.
Keenan's down there. 188.
So I think I am going to, because like I said, I have 3 receivers that should never really be taken out.
Right.
If by chance they get hurt or I need to, I have Addison, who's, in my opinion, at least a wide receiver 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got Egbuka. And if he's him,
He's
which
in.
sounds like the team is saying, then I got a fill in right there. So I don't think I need to go wide receiver. I'm debating on if I want to do a third quarterback because I still need a tight end. I don't even know if you noticed that.
Oh, shit, I did not. Yeah, this is the definition of a punt where you shored up your skill position depth and you don't really have that many question marks there, but
Yeah, I think I'll go. I'm going to go quarterback.
You get 2 picks, so it doesn't even matter.
Penix, just in case he's something.
Okay. Penix over Bryce.
Yeah, I think. Not saying that we know what Bryce is, but we've got 2 years of him now. Penix, I don't know. He had a lot of hype. I'm going to go with him. And then, as I said, I punted tight end. A little stack with Pitts. You mentioned it earlier. Although he's really low. Hunter Henry's way down here.
I mean, yeah.
I think with Drake May, like he's at least serviceable. And like this tight end right here, how much less is he going to get than the 7 tight ends above him?
So basically just situations that are outlooks that look better than the guys that are left.
I think I'm going to go. I think I would consider this an upside pick. Maybe not. But I think you mentioned him. I'm going to go Ferguson, just hoping Dak returns to form and Dallas has a good passing offense, and that'll be my last pick.
Okay. So after Ferguson went Shakir, Trey Benson, now it's back to me. I feel like I just going to shoot for another receiver here. Brandon Ayuk's interesting. Obviously, I don't have to.
So you're cool. Like whenever your one quarterback is on a bye, you'll just stream a guy.
Yeah.
Because those are starters every week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never going to bench Jaden. I'm never going to bench Baker. They're pretty much, them versus who's left. I feel like these guys are pretty much matchup proof. And we got Cam Ward, Bryce Young in a real Superflex league, in our league that we'll be drafting this week. I will be leaving the draft with 3 quarterbacks. But since this team is pretty thin at receiver, not thin in the amount of them.
So it looks like Higgins is the guy where, at least if this was your roster, which it never is the case, because there's injuries.
But maybe we'll look back on this.
There's injuries, there's waivers, that you want to grab, and you got to make decisions on
him
guys.
Or Pearsall. Yeah, I might get rid of based on whoever's doing worse. I mean, Ridley even. Who knows if I can count on him with this new offense. But we're just going to look at the receivers here. You mentioned Ayuk. I think in this situation, he might not even be a bad pick. Luther Burden, you mentioned, who's gotten a little bit of talk at the Chicago camp.
Well, Ayuk, too. You could just pick him up and stash him in the IR.
True.
And get a free pick.
Keon Coleman is interesting, as Josh Allen continues to be awesome with no top guy. Trey Harris, Luther Burden, Rashid Shaheed, who I like, but not with this current Saints team. Let's just go with Coleman. Let's just end with 3 dart throws at receiver, and maybe one guy is good.
Ayuk went right after you.
I don't care about Ayuk. I don't know. Okay, so we're done. You want to read your picks?
Sure. I had first overall pick. I started off with Josh Allen. Then I went my wide receiver 1, Nico Collins, at pick 11. No. Pick is that?
20.
Yeah.
20.
Then I had 2 picks there. So I went Nico with my first one. Then I drafted my RB1 with Achane. Then I went with 2 receivers, Garrett Wilson, T. Higgins. Took the rookie RJ Harvey in the 6th. Went back-to-back running backs. Went Harvey in the 6th, then Montgomery in case Harvey is maybe Dobbins is getting that first quarter of the season work. So I think even with this, if I'm going into week 1, I'm starting Montgomery over Harvey.
Really?
Yeah, just because with I think Dobbins might just to start the year. He's the vet. He's been there.
We've mentioned that before with rookies coming in that have veterans on the team. It's more of like a second half situation for them.
Yeah, so I think in this scenario, I'd probably start Montgomery week 1, and then after Montgomery, I took my second quarterback, Justin Fields, upside pick. I got Josh Allen, so I know I'm really good at quarterback. I just need you to give me
something
quarterback.
You just
19 numbers.
Don't watch the Jets games.
So then I went Addison right after him, as we mentioned, suspended the first 3 weeks, but I mean, I think he's wide receiver 2, and I got him at my wide receiver 4, so I'm happy there. And then after Addison, I took a shot on ETN, just hoping that he returns to form with Trevor. Took another upside pick with Egbuka, rookie, in the 11th round. And then I finished my draft with Penix in case Fields is ass. And I punted tight end till my last pick, and I took Jake Ferguson, who, I mean, if Dallas has a good offense, he's had good games with Dak, so I think there's something there.
Don't hate it. So I have the 4th overall pick, and I took Jaden Daniels. Then I got CMC on the way back, so that seems pretty fun. And then Drake London's my receiver, so my receiving core is pretty weak, in my opinion, once we get into a little bit of later picks. So I went Daniels, CMC, Drake London, got Baker, so my 2 quarterbacks are locked and loaded. So where my receivers might be pretty weak, hopefully my quarterbacks can make up for it. Then I went James Cook with my second running back. Every fear is out the window now with the contracts. Will he get more work than last year? We'll have to see. And then Devontae Adams was someone that we haven't really talked about that much, but I just went with a little bit of touchdown upside there. And then the mistake, I think, instead of going with Pacheco, I should have just gone with Jamison Williams, I think, because he was the guy I wanted and tried to wait on. I think him as my wide receiver 3 with a potential even more of a breakout would have been nice for this roster. But then I went Tony Pollard instead, so a pretty solid running back room. And then I took a lot of shots on receivers after with Calvin Ridley, got the rookie Tyler Warren, which I think and in the 10th, we've seen him rise 5 or 6 spots at tight end, but still with him at the 10th, it seems pretty nice. And then I went 3 dart throws a receiver with Pearsall, Jaden Higgins, and Keon Coleman. So hopefully if one of those guys takes an unexpected jump, then my team will be pretty nice.
All right, we'll post I'll post this on Twitter. Get some feelers out there, see if anybody wants to vote on who had the better team.
Put in the chat.
Yeah, we'll send it to our boys.
And so we have one more show before our draft, and we're going to talk about just a preview of our draft, some things to look forward to, and then also maybe a couple segments, a couple guys that we absolutely want, and maybe some sleepers as well. So one more show to come out this week.
I did want to mention, because I don't know if we've mentioned this yet, but if you've been watching our videos, you've probably seen Eli put in an update here. Like if we said something on a pod and we've had an update since we recorded, we usually record a couple days in advance, or we post 2 days after. So we're going to try and keep the Twitter page active. Anything new?
Yeah, follow us on Twitter for all like the exact updates the day of, because the shows won't be as accurate.
Right. So just so we don't look like idiots, and especially in season, like we're going to try and do our waiver guys after the Sunday night games. So that might be before some Monday injury updates, MRIs and shit that happen on Monday. But we'll try and put out our best opinions out there. And yeah, anything, if it's, say, the guy we say to pick up waiver gets hurt or something like that, we'll try. We'll try and put updates out there on Twitter. We do have an Instagram now too. We didn't say that.
We got an Instagram. We got a TikTok. So we'll link both of those in the description.
But I'll try and keep most of our shorts are just going to be our Instagram and TikTok, and then on Twitter I'm going to just try and keep updated news and just things that happen. So just for you guys, so you know that we're recording a couple days earlier than this actually comes out to the public.
We also have some trivia we posted one trivia where me and Matt are kind of doing a series on our division fantasy drafts. So just a little side thing we're doing with the trivia. So we just did the NFC South, and then spoiler, the AFC South will be posted this Saturday. So look out for that one. And then check out all of our shorts. Same thing. We're just doing little trivia games, posting daily. So just trying to stay consistent with that. And that's all I got. Got anything else?
I think that's it. Only one more show, and then we're drafting. So I'm good. Thanks for watching, y'all.
Thanks for watching.
Let us know who had a better team.
Drafts are coming up.
Yeah, get ready. Peace.